Good morning, Miss Blossom. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, y'all. That is a nice song to walk into, let me tell you.
Thank you. Took me a little while to figure out which one to play for you, but I really like that one, so I went with it. Staple singers, R&B week. Oh, I don't know when the last time you were in an eighth grade classroom. It probably didn't look like this, I bet.
It definitely didn't.
Not until this year did it look like this, but these are our eighth graders. They're a wonderful bunch of kids, and we've been doing music study, and this week is R&B week, and we have a guest every week, and you were so kind to say you'd join us and introduce your sound to us and who you are and all that. So we're super happy you're here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I wish I could be with you guys in person, but I'm sure you all wish you could be together in person. But there's a little bit of a perk being at home. You're a little warm and toasty, and you can have snacks whenever you want. I hope you're able to have snacks because I'm gonna have a snack after this. Well, my name is Blossom, and I write music and sing, and before COVID, performed wherever they would allow me to. Right now, I've just really been getting back into songwriting, being inspired. It's been a little hard to be inspired as every day the world is changing. You have power, you don't have power, you can go outside, you can't go outside. It's been really heavy. So honestly, I just started writing music again, and it's been a little exciting, and being able to talk to you guys really inspired me to kind of figure out what I want to do now and how I want to write music now. Yeah.
Well, we've been listening to a lot of your music, and it certainly sounds to me like R&B music. Is that how you would categorize your sound?
I do. I would say R&B and soul for sure. I can write a lot of other music, but my voice and the way that I sing is very down here. So that's really R&B and soul register for sure.
So we actually interviewed or had Sunny War on last week. I don't know if you know her, she's from LA, but she also said that she had a lower sound and she really relates with Nina Simone as far as a singer goes. Is that say the same thing?
Yes, Nina Simone was the first. That was the first. The first show I ever did was called Ladies in Jazz, and I sang a Nina Simone song, the "Feeling Good," as my first song ever.
Oh, I almost had that played for you before you came on. That was like a tie between staple singers and that one, but either one is great, right?
Yeah,
So
honestly,
you live in Portland. We're in McMinnville. Have you been to McMinnville before? Do you know where we're at?
I do, and I have.
Yeah, it's a cool little town, about 40 miles away, so we're not too far from it.
Not too far at all.
What's like the music scene like there? I mean, in a normal time period, is there a lot of R&B or hip hop, or how's it feel there?
There is a lot of hip hop, a lot of hip hop. When I first started singing, I would sing on hip hop artists' tracks, like rapper tracks. So I would sing backup vocals, or I kind of did the SZA to Kendrick Lamar thing and the Solange thing for other musicians. Singing, the hip hop scene is huge here. And there's also a really huge like jazz and live instrumentation scene. But I mean, everybody loves hip hop. So it's a nice little blend of it, but definitely hip hop is like super thriving here right now.
Um, yeah, we had. Do you know who Arietta Ward is? We had her on.
You had when you had asked me, I looked, and I do know who Arietta is. I've been to a ton of shows of Arietta, so
Yeah, that's cool. Like you guys are like probably running into each other occasionally on the music scene, I would imagine.
yeah. Yeah, and one
That
of my roommates is a jazz singer, so I would go watch her shows, and she would be singing with Arietta.
Arietta was like, I'm a little bit of everything. I can do the funk, the reggae, and the
Yeah.
soul. So she was interesting the way she did her thing. She's cool, really cool, nice lady. But you haven't always
Yeah,
lived
like
in Portland. You're not originally born in Portland. Is that true?
yeah, I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, and I spent my childhood going back and forth. As you can tell, I don't really have a accent unless I'm talking to my family members or anything. I went to school to primary, what is it? Elementary school. I went to elementary school here and in Trinidad. And it was, when I was younger, it was super hard for anyone to understand me. So I really was able to learn how to speak super proper American English. But sometimes I'll revert back and have an accent if I'm super, super excited or if I'm talking to my family members.
When is the last time you've been to Trinidad? I'm just curious.
Oof, not for a while. Not for a while. We started to bring a lot of my family members from Trinidad to America. So that really halted our trips back there. I will be going there next year, God willing, if COVID goes well, because I have a cousin who is American born. He's never been to Trinidad before, but he's half Trinidadian and half white. So he really wants to go and see where the rest of his family is from. So me and my cousins that are all from Trinidad are going to take him to go back there and see where he's from.
Nice. I hope you get to go. I hope we all get to go somewhere soon. Without
you.
So how did Trinidad influence you being a singer? Did it do that for you?
You know, actually, it didn't. It influenced me more to play instruments. I was in a band with my dad and my uncle and my aunts and cousins when I was like in middle school. And I'm just going to tell all you middle schoolers, if you're in here, elementary schoolers, I forget the age range, I did not think that it was fun to play in a band with my aunt and uncle and my dad. I thought it was so not cool. I was so embarrassed. We would play at Saturday market and I would just be like, oh my God, I hope I don't see any of my friends. Oh my God. And I just like did not appreciate the experience whatsoever. I just wanted to play the music, get paid from my little change from my aunt and uncle and go buy all the candy at the fair and then let that be that. But it hugely to this day, I wouldn't be the musician that I am today if I didn't have that experience, because it taught me how to play music by ear. I don't know how to read music at all. I didn't go to school for music. I literally watched and learned and learned how to be a musician that way. And I'm so grateful because it's a little bit harder when you get older to pick all of those things up again.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that you just use your ear to like figure it out. You know, a lot of people go through the music academic side and learn how to read and do all that, you know, music.
Which I think is so important because, you know, to this day, I'm still asking friends to be like, what is this note? How did I get there? Okay, go it again, do it again, you know, and it takes a lot of being an independent musician out of your hands. So I strongly encourage, if you want to play music or write music or do anything like that, you can pick up little things, go on YouTube, learn a little bit. You have some spare time, get as much education as you can from other people. And so that when you are playing by yourself, you can have a full experience by yourself and you're not halted by your lack of knowledge.
Great advice. You don't have to conquer it all in one
Nope.
step. You do a little bit here and there and just pick it up along the way, right?
Exactly.
Nice. Well, do you want to sing us a song so we can hear the R&B sound?
Yeah. I'm actually writing a song right now. Let me show you guys where I am. So I'm at the studio. Hold on.
Wow.
So it's a very awesome little setup that my friend helped me with. And you guys, I'm teaching myself how to play the bass. Isn't she pretty? Look how cute she is. You can't tell, but I'm very short and have small little hands. So it's, I have a bigger bass at home that was gifted to me and I cannot for the life of me get my fingers anywhere. And I'm still learning that you're supposed to play the bass like this and I play it like this. So it's interesting how when you're learning as an individual or on your own, all the ways that you're either doing it right to you, but kind of wrong to the rest of the community of musicians. So that was funny for me to learn that like they don't strum like a guitar, they boogie and run with their fingers. So I thought that was pretty fun, but I'm not going to play the bass right now.
Well, we actually learned about the bass about a month ago. We spent a whole week on the bass. So I'm glad that you are playing that and could show us that that's something you're interested in because we have a little foundation now with bass.
That's awesome. It's funny too, because the first instrument that I played ever were the steel drums. I don't know if you guys were able to kind of explore that when you were looking up stuff from Trinidad, but the steel drums, the first instrument of the steel drums that I played was the bass drum. So I thought that was super funny. That now I love playing the actual bass because it's the same thing, just one is a drum and one isn't a drum. So check. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Is it too loud?
I think it's fine on my end. Kids, can you give her a thumbs up if it sounds all right on your end? Kaylee and Linda and Dylan, they're all saying, Angelina, yeah, we got good stuff happening. We're good.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna play the beat really fast to see if you can hear it. Also, I'll just show you. This is the most minimal setup ever. It has the beat right here. And then this little box right here is for my vocals to go if I decided to record myself.
Nice.
Okay, here's the beat. Check, check, check. Can you hear me okay? Check.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wrote this song this morning, so wish me luck. Check, 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 check. When I came to you kind of casually, and I asked if the vibe was real chemistry, you said that in this reality there might be room for you and me. But we stopped it there when we made it clear that the time is not right, but you'll find me here waiting for you. Yeah, I never knew I was waiting. There goes my heart turned to pieces of art. Will I find another plan? 'Cause this love is out of my hands. There goes my heart turned to pieces of art. Will I find another plan? 'Cause this love is out of my hands. Real love, run away from real love. 'Cause real love chooses to stay. Real love, run away from real love. That's all I have so far.
Is it called Real Love?
I haven't made a name for it yet. You got let me know what to call it.
We're feeling the love. I was.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's always like I always get like mild stage fright. Like I'm sweating right now. I'm so nervous that I just sang in front of you guys. I don't know what it is, but it's probably just the creative thing where you're like, I'm sharing something that's important and special to me, and if nobody likes it or if nobody gets it, oh no. And I've really been learning through the process, and you honestly almost never kind of get over sharing something new for the first time. So I appreciate you guys listening.
I should let the kids ask questions, but I've got to ask, like when you come up with your lyrics, are you just like in your own mind and like taking things in from life and just like kind of jotting it down? And
Yes.
sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's joyous, sometimes it's maybe fiction. I don't know, maybe it's all nonfiction and what you're taking in. But like, how does it work? Like, how do you come up with this stuff?
That's a good question. Well, that song, I like somebody. So it's it's like on my brain all the time. And so sometimes I'll just hear a beat that makes me think of a situation and I'll just go from there. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I am a very fun and freestyling is way easier for me. So sometimes I'll just like bleh, word vomit all of the things out and then look at it later and be like, okay, this is what I was trying to tell myself. You know, you ever hear a song and be like, this song is trying to tell me something. That's how it is for me sometimes when I write. I don't really have like a conscious space where I'm like, I'm going to write about this. I'll just listen to the instrumental and write whatever feels good to me. If I am writing for somebody else or like a feature, so if I'm going to sing on somebody else's song, I'll just be inspired by whatever it is that they're writing about already. I've never had anybody ask me to change anything about what I'm writing, except one time I had somebody ask me if I could change a word so that it connected to that song. And that was like, whoa, what do you mean? Because like, you know, but that that's like collaboration. And that really taught me just how like important and special songwriting is to me, more than like actually singing sometimes.
Very nice. You use the word freestyle, which we learned a lot about improvisation with jazz. I assume that's kind of like the same thing, right? Is that how you
Oh yeah,
define it?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it's important for these kids to know if they're interested in music that it doesn't have to all be like perfectly well planned out. It's just about artistry and being creative sometimes in the moment and losing yourself a little bit, you know?
Totally. Total, like 100%. I would honestly advise do that first, because then you'll know what your heart really wants when you're creating. Is just to like have fun with it. And a friend of mine actually told me like, because I am a perfectionist as well before I share something sometimes. And I was having writer's block, um, and it really, the writer's block came from the fear of being like, I'm gonna have to share this. And my friend was like, you know, do it like you did before people wanted to hear your songs. Act like you were the only one that's gonna hear it and just create. And that was probably like the best advice I've ever gotten to get out of writer's block, because it took out the like perfectionism and really like satisfying other people and not yourself.
Very nice. All right, let's see if some of our kids are ready for their questions. Kaylee, I always like to start with you because you're always so attentive and just such a good leader in our classroom. So, do you remember the question we worked on? Are you able to ask that?
Yes, I remember the question.
All right.
Okay, who is your favorite R&B singer?
Ooh.
Ooh, good question. Okay, well, oldies. I like Toni Braxton. I say oldies. I really just aged us there, Jared. But Toni Braxton, I love her. She made me feel like it was okay to sing down here, because she's always like, you know, she's just like down there. And everyone you hear, you know, like Ariana Grande, whose voice is amazing, is like, oh, you know, and I'm like, I can't do that all the time. So it was really nice to find somebody that sang as low as me. And I will say like Ariana Grande, Victoria Monet. Ariana Grande is pop, but she has a R&B voice, and the way that she sings is R&B tone, very soulful, even if she's like singing like, I want to put my lipstick on, you know, she's like doing the thing in a very soulful way. And let's see, Solange, for sure. Great question, Kaylee. Thank you.
I definitely like Solange. I'm just to be honest, I got into Sade for a while. I don't know if you
Oh
listen
my
to Sade.
gosh.
Hey,
Angel. She is a vocal angel of like a vibe, you know, like you could put her in the background and just like melt into the sound of her music.
I love it when you can just melt into a sound like that. You
Me
don't worry.
too.
You don't worry about the next song. Like, oh yeah, what's next? You just are like in the
You're
whole
just
experience.
in there.
Yeah,
You don't even know
that's
the album's over because you were just like riding the ride. That's my favorite type of like music for sure.
yeah, amen. Angelina, you got your question ready. You worked with Mr. Regan on yours, I think.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay.
What's your favorite song of yours that you sing?
Very nice.
That's a really good question. I would say Black Magic Woman, because when I sing it live, it's like a great experience. Everyone is just like, I honestly think it's kind of a spell of a song because like everyone is just like, and then that's what makes me excited about performing music is everybody else being in the song with me. So that one, every time I've performed that one, the energy is like indescribable. Yeah. So I'll probably say that one.
Xander, do you have your question that you'd like to ask?
Who writes your music?
What's that?
Who writes your music?
Me. I write all of my songs and I'm really actually picky about that. It's really hard for me to sing somebody else's song because I don't sing to sing. I write to sing, if that makes sense.
Couple follow-ups here. One, Black Magic Woman, I can't find that on Spotify. Is that gonna be on? Am I missing it?
No,
be?
it is on SoundCloud. And the
Okay.
only reason why is because there's a Bob Marley sample in that song. The beat is a sample. And I don't know if you know anything about kids, about samples, but you have to get permission from whoever created that beat to allow you to make money off of that song. And I didn't really want to make money off of it. It was like, I wrote that song straight through. That Black Magic Woman is a freestyle. And I just wanted to have it and share it. So I just did a music video on YouTube and put it on SoundCloud so I wouldn't make any money off of it.
Devin, can I get you to ask your question? Because it relates to what we're just talking about, actually. All right. You got to bear with us, Blossom. Devin is got to like, it's kind of like catching a big fish out in a pond. You got to like reel it in a bit. So hold on a second. Devin Cordero, are you there, sir? Cordero? There he is. Yeah. All right. Way to go, buddy. I'm glad you're with us. Remember the question you're going to ask, Blossom?
Yeah. Was it hard to make a music video?
No, yes and no. Yes, if you don't have the resources, that is super hard because from location to who's going to be in it, to who's going to film it, to who's going to direct it, all of those things are it can be really stressful. Lucky for me, I'm obsessed with doing every single thing myself. So I was like, I want to direct the music video, and if you watch the video, those are all of my best friends, and my goddaughter is in that music video. So I really was like, it was a very big community effort of me being like, you guys love me, right? You love me? I'll feed you. Will you be in my music video? And then the videographer, I ended up directing some other music videos for them. So we did a work trade. And that is such a good question, Devin. Y'all, call in your community and your friends. You do not have to do everything by yourself. You can if you want to. The results might not be as fabulous. If you have people that support you, please reach out to them. Do not hesitate to ask for help. And that's coming from somebody who literally does not like to ask for help. I do not like it. But I understand that I cannot do everything by myself. And all the things that I've asked for help with have come out beautiful. And I have really reaped the benefits of that. So please ask for help. Please create with your friends, with your parents, with whoever is there to support you.
Great advice. And that's what I'm always saying. Don't be too proud to ask for help, you know? And I'm not, I ask for help all the time from even my students, you know?
Yeah.
I need their help and they need mine, and we're all in this together. We're a community school.
Exactly.
All right, Dylan, you just went with your camera off. Hope you're still there. You have a question. We have a couple more, Blossom, if you got the time. This is so fun.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan, you ready, buddy? Remember some big words in there. We're gonna do this.
Hi, Dylan.
Hey, let's see. It's kind of hard to see without my glasses.
Do you know where your glasses are?
No. Someone placed them.
Literally, look, even though you can see everything reflecting off my glasses, I can't do anything without them either.
Okay, do you remember what the topic was that we were gonna ask about? Like what it was about?
I forget.
Okay, I'm gonna help you out, okay? You're just gonna repeat this. Who produces your beats?
Okay. Who produces your beats?
Good job,
Ooh,
Dylan.
okay, great question. I have several people that have stepped in. I have 2 albums that are out. One album was this group or record label called Liquid Beats. And they asked me, hey, do you want to create a funk album? And I was like, I've never done funk music before, sure. And that's my first album I ever put out called Tease, which is on everything. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, all over. And that was produced by one person. And then my second album is called Maybe. And that was produced by 2 people, Neil Von Talley and one of my best friends, Snugsworth. And Snugsworth, moving forward, has made, or we've collaborated on making a lot of my future beats. The song that I sang y'all was by my friend Snugsworth as well.
So you have some help with your beats.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to make no beats, y'all. Don't let me trick you over here. I could do a lot. I could not make a beat by myself. Catch me in a year. I think I might be able to do something. Lately, I've been putting the bass lines. I've been making up bass lines and putting those in new songs. But I still need a lot of hand holding when it comes to producing beats. And also YouTube. If you go on YouTube and you're like, right now I've been on YouTube and doing sounds like, so I'll actually show you. Hold on, let me find it. I wrote to a beat on YouTube that the title of it is like Frank Ocean inspired beat. And I liked it so much, so I wrote the guy and was like, hi, can I have that, and how much is it? And it's really actually cool how many awesome beats you can find. Kind of funny story, me and Wale, I don't know if you know the rapper Wale, we had gotten the same beat and kind of had to rock, paper, scissors for it. And I let him have the beat because I hadn't finished writing the song to it. Yeah, that it's a, when you do the YouTube route, it's a little bit different, but it's still get some good stuff.
While you're checking that out, can I just tell you about your album Tease? I love the song So Cool. That's my favorite one on there.
Thank you. That's the first song I wrote on that album.
Oh, really? It's the last song on the album, right? I think it's the bottom.
Yeah, it is. They wanted to keep it as a surprise banger on there, but that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the album cover too. It's very I can't remember which artist it reminds me of, but the pink cursive writing, it's just so 90s or late 80s or something. I love that.
Yeah, that picture is taken in the corner of a really small room. It's just so funny, how you can kind of finesse or just create something with very minimal things if you just have support and help, because my friend took that picture for me and I was like, oh, this is cool, I'm gonna use it.
It don't have to be fancy, you know. All right,
no, not at all.
We're going to change things up a little bit with William's question. Just kind of take a minute to step away from sound for a bit and get to know you. William, do you remember your question, buddy? You know how you unmute, you ask the question, you wait a second, and then you mute again. So let's try those 3 steps, all right? You're up with your question, buddy.
Hi, William.
I'll try to put William on the spotlight so he can help us out here.
I love your background.
Thanks. I did it. I figured it out in 2 seconds right before you came on. It's like old school stereo. That'll work. All right, William, you got this, man. You got some help right there with you. You remember what to do? You got to push unmute, the red microphone. Then you ask your question, and then you mute again. You can do it, man.
Ask your question.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Good job, William.
Nice. What's my favorite? What was it? The last part? I'm sorry.
You got to unmute again and say it one more time, a little slower.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I love chocolate. Chocolate with some caramel. I love chocolate.
Who wouldn't love chocolate?
Great question.
Yeah, just to, change it up a bit. And then
Yeah.
one last thing here. My daughter's in the room. I don't know. She's not an 8th grader. She's a 3rd grader. But I sent her a question in the chat. Maybe she can ask it. I think it's a powerful question. Maybe. Lennon, are you there at all? You can unmute yourself. Her name is Lennon. And then you can turn your.
I love that name.
Thanks. Can you turn the camera on, Lennon, and we can see you and you can ask your question? You're a resident 8th grader that gets to join us once in a while.
Sure.
All right.
Let me read it real quick.
Okay.
In 9 years, I will be graduating high school. Where do you hope to be then?
Ooh. Okay, that's great. Lennon, can you read it one more time, just a little bit louder, the last part for me? Or the whole thing, read the whole thing.
Okay. In 9 years, I will be graduating high school. Where do you hope to be then?
Ooh, that's a great one. Well, I hope that I'm able to be a mentor for kids like you. My dream and aspiration is to be able to open a location or a space in which there is access to free equipment for kids to be able to express themselves and not have to spend money out of their own pocket to do things creatively. So I would like to be able to see all of you and talk to you and create music with you. That's a very wonderful question. Thank you.
And that's a very wonderful answer. It's so selfless, we've done you're a 15th person we've had, and I always think about these kids and how they don't get the access to the equipment or the training or the influence that would help them so much, So
Totally.
seems like such a privilege sometimes to have these things that like instruments that kids just can't get a hold of and learn from.
It is in most school districts, honestly, besides like the deep suburbs. I've noticed I've gone to school in a lot of different school districts, and it's super disappointing that there isn't instruments to go around for kids that want to play them, or there has to be a lot of obstacles and hoops to be taken to have access to things that you should have in an education system. So I want to be that. I will bring you instruments.
Yeah, it would be cool to have a co-op of people that have instruments maybe that they're not using or in the attic or belong to their grandpa they didn't even pull out, and then these kids can be together up and be like, I got the trumpet, up there.
Exactly. I've donated some of my steel drums to schools in Washington and a school out here in Portland. And there are a lot of musicians who just don't even know that's an option. So it's just getting the resources to the right people and the people who are in the middle that can connect the dots. That's everything that I'm all about. So.
All right, let's do it, Blossom. Let's change the world one music note at a time, huh?
One music note at a time. Amen.
Amen. All right, well, we're actually late for math class. I don't know if you want to just sing us another beautiful tune, and then we could say goodbye, and you're a friend of our classroom forever now. And
yes.
That'll be great.
Yeah, I would love to if you have enough time. Let's see here. This one, I'll do one of my YouTube ones.
Cool.
I wrote this song yesterday because we were stuck in the snow and we did not like it. Let's see here. Where did I put these lyrics? Check, check, check. I guess it's not really that bad. I've been a little bit sad, spending lots of time with my dad. Need something hold on to, and it ain't you. Outside it's been a little bit cold, situation's getting real old, but it beats being all alone in this season. So tell me, what's your reason? I've tried to keep it all inside, but there's nowhere to hide. So tell me, can I confide in these emotions? Cause it's weighing like the ocean. Please kiss and tell, so I at least know I did it well, and slightly put you under my spell. It's a long way down there, swell. Please kiss and tell, so I at least know I did it well, and slightly put you under my spell. I guess it's not really that bad. 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 The end. Thanks, you guys. I love this virtual love since I haven't been able to sing in front of anyone but my mirror.
Well, we loved it too. It was just beautiful. Your first song's about love. Your last song seems like it's about being grateful. We couldn't be just what better message right there, you know? Appreciate
Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much, Jared. It's been a pleasure. You all had such wonderful questions, and I just appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today.
Yeah, well, thanks for being there. We will see you. Hopefully, maybe you come down to McMinnville when things are better, and you
I
can
would
be a friend.
love to.
Kick it with us for a little bit. You know, it'd be fun.
I would absolutely love to. Y'all don't forget me. Make sure to hound Jared on having me come back and to visit you. And Matthew, I see you eating, and I'm gonna eat now too. You just made me jealous. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Matthew. All right, Blossom. Enjoy your day. And good luck to you, and we'll see you around. Okay.
See you around and have a good time in math, y'all.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
You guys wait.